Hey y'all, what's up? I'm gonna have to get close because y'all know I'm blind. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey Twana. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all ring the doorbell on the way in. I think I cut this too. I think I cut this too much on this side. I was trying to low-key match this side, but obviously this side is shorter. So I'm gonna have to do some layers in this hair. I'm really gonna curl this hair, so there's gonna be layers soon. So ignore that. That was the whole gist of me saying that. Ignore that, honey. Trying to get my baby kid up out the frame. What's up? What's up? Hey, Kimyada. Hey, everybody.
Nana.
What?
Nana.
I said Kimyada.
Mommy.
Yes, Duty.
Nay.
What?
Nay.
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 Is it a horse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The horse will say nay.
The horse does say nay. What's up, y'all? I'm waiting for more people to pop in. Hey. While we waiting, please thumbs up the live. Please ring the doorbell on your way in. Oh, thank you. You're so helpful. So sweet. You see what I mean? I told y'all, when there's no other children, it's just me and her. We be chilling. Okay? But that's how all of them were. When Mimi was at school, London was chilling. When it was just London before, when it was just Mimi and I had no other kids, she was chilling. It's like once you start throwing in more children, they don't know how to act. They really don't know how to act for real.
So big.
What's so big? Don't she's drawing out all my boxes. All my sponsorships. She knocked all my stuff down in the bag. That's why I'm like, I'm just gonna slide her ass on out of the frame.
So
Hey. It involved me yesterday. Why? Her Ariel. While I was like editing, she came in and she was like, "Is that me? Am I a mermaid? Am I Ariel the mermaid? Girl."
Yeah.
She loves her some Ariel. She said, "Is that Ariel or is that me?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Your Ariel,
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, y'all. Let's get into it before these other kids start piling in because they about to come in here in a minute. Mimi bite her. Oh yeah. And then she bit her. Didn't bite her, but you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I know mother ain't just gonna randomly be like, she bit me. Like, nah. Charlie bit me. Like, no, it's not that. Thank you, Bren. Milan. Child. Standing on, like, sponsorships. Piled. She piled them up. And she's standing on them. Anyways, can you go in there and, go jump on a trampoline?
No.
Why?
Okay, camera's me.
Camera's what?
Camera's with me.
What happened with the camera? Why do you keep talking about that camera in there? Go see. Because you're too loud. You're too loud in here. Thank you. So yeah, y'all, I just felt like I wanted to address this topic being the title of this live, because so many people, like I see this so much all throughout my comments, all whenever I'm live, when people feel like they're beefing with me, when they want to tussle. This is always brought up, right? So I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's talk about it. Like, why do I stay with my cheating husband of 14 years? We've been married 14 years. We had a teen, a teen wedding marriage, because we got married at 18 and 19. And we've been together since 15, 16 years old. Like, we've been together for a very, 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 very long time, right? And when you grow with somebody, like, when I mean grow, I'm saying like from child time age and like teens, you know, you're learning yourself, you're learning your body. A lot of changes go on within that. Like, we are a lot, like, we're the same people, but we're still totally different people than when we were teens, if that makes sense. Like, remember y'all teen time, and think about like the differences, big differences, right? Especially when you at a big age like we at. I'm 33, big age, right? Milan, we're not gonna do that. I was just bigging you up. I just said that you was good. You was doing well without the other children, and then now you're in the back just not even talking. You just yelling. We're not gonna do that, okay? You didn't hear me? We're not gonna do that, okay? All right. Yeah, so like a lot has changed from the time that I was 16 years old to the time that I am 33 years old. And with that being said, like, think about, I guess, for people out there who were not in long-term relationships throughout the changes of going from being a teen to young adulthood into being a full-blown adult, and a big adult at that, grown adult, grown and sexy, if you will. Okay. Think about that. Like, think of all the things that you went through. Some people that went through whole phases. Okay. Some people didn't had several different lives. Some people have had damn near 10 different lives. You know what I'm saying? Some people it's just so much that has happened within that time frame. Damn near 20 years. Let's just say 20 years. Within the last 20 years, how you have changed so much, right? Think about Milan. No, ma'am. Go play. Go. You're not doing nothing. You just sitting there. You're not doing what you doing. You don't understand a word I'm saying. What are you doing? Go out there and play if you're going to talk. If you're not going to talk, you can sit in here. Okay? I think she just want to look at herself. Because why is you sitting behind me? Like, anyways, yeah, think about like all the changes and all the things that have happened within the last 20 years. And then think about being in a long-term relationship with someone while all that is happening, while you're learning yourself, while your personality may change, you learn what you like, what you don't like, even in a man or in a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like you learn what you don't like and what you won't tolerate, but you might have tolerated it when you was younger because you didn't know no better. Think about that. Think about when you weren't in a long-term relationship, right? And then you went from relationship to relationship to relationship, and then you realized I don't like that from my last relationship, so I'm going to change that in my next relationship. And then it gets better and better and better and better, right? But think about doing that with one person. Okay, so there's going to be like mistakes. There's going to be things that happen that you like, hold on, pump the brakes. Hold on, you're gonna learn a lot of things about yourself as a woman. You're gonna learn a lot of things about your spouse. You like it's a lot that goes into growing with each other, maturing with each other, and it's not for the weak. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. It's not for the weak at all. Okay, like people think it's funny and it's like something that they can just like throw at me like, oh, you stayed because well I'm a leaver or I'm going to homegirl's a leaver too. If y'all been watching for a long time, I don't have no problems throwing up the deuces. Okay, I have no issues, and my husband knows that very well. He knows what to play with me with and what not to play with me with, and there's not very many things that he can play with me with, if you feel what I'm saying. Okay? My husband knows. He knows who he married. Okay? He knows what not to let get back yonder, around these parts here. Okay? And I say that meaning I have never, ever, even with us being super duper young, 18, 19, 20, 21, we weren't even able to drink yet, being in grown people relationships, which is a marriage, a grown person relationship. You know what I'm saying? Doing grown people things. Before we even had kids, doing grown people things, okay? And I have never, in that immature time frame, span of life, I have never, ever had a woman come to me as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had someone call me up, text me, send me pictures, talk about, oh, how you with him, and he right here tapping him. Oh, your wife's calling. Pick up the phone. Get out! Get out! Thank you. Your sisters will be here in a second. She wasn't doing none of that, so I wouldn't lie. That's crazy to me. Diabolical. I was just on the phone with Chrissy, and she wasn't yelling, screaming while I was talking. None of that. It's like she knows I'm live, and I said I was going to do a lot more lives, but I hope I'm not going to have to deal with that because she's going to have to get used to it. She's going to have to give mommy's attention just over here for just a second. Can I just get an hour for myself, please? Just get an hour. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the kid's about to start rolling on in, honey. Now, when I say that, I mean like I said, I have never had a woman come to me and say that she's sleeping with my husband, that she's had my husband. I've never had a baby on me in a relationship. Like, me and my husband have stuck it through ups and downs, trials, tribulations, all types of crazy ass shit, right? But it's never been another person, if you're following me. So I don't really understand why people try to throw that at me as if who is doing that? Hold on, y'all, because they coming in here acting a mess. 1 second. Why are you doing that? Hey, guys, I'm alive. Do not come upstairs. Hey, that's okay. I'm not always alive, actually, but I'm trying to be. So listen here. This is what we're gonna do. I'm alive. Don't even come. You can come here and wave, and you need to walk out of here. I have homework. That's fine. Go do your homework thing. But don't come up here screaming. Don't come come up here yelling. Don't come up here bothering me. None of that. You understand? This isn't a live for you guys. I'm in here by myself. All right? Thank you. So anyway, yeah, like I said, it's just like it's a lot that we do on social media, and I just be so confused and lost because people just really be coming on here and trying to like use that for some reason. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the titles. I don't know if it's because of like the pranks. I don't know what exactly it is, but if that's the case, then it's like at our big ass age, y'all should be able to use your discernment and really like understand certain things and like know when something's for entertainment purposes and when something is real and serious. You feel what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I done been through some shit. But I personally can't come on here and tell y'all that I have caught him in bed with a hoe. I just can't. I can't tell y'all that I have seen him driving down the street with a bitch in my car. Because that's not the life that I live. I'm sorry that a lot of y'all, not my babies, but the ones who be like projecting, I'm sorry that a lot of y'all have been through that type of relationship, but I haven't. And I'm not, like, I'm not gonna wait, hold on. Y'all know one thing about me, I don't put nothing past no nigga. That's just bottom line. I don't. Like, I'm not saying that my husband is perfect because he's far from perfect. Okay? Far. The perfect tree it is about the perfect tree. I don't even know what the perfect tree is. I ain't even seen the perfect tree. Okay, to be completely honest, I don't even know where it's at. I can't even tell you how far the perfect tree is from the house because I don't even know. Because that's just not the life that I live, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat. Like, it's just not. That's just not how I am. Y'all gonna get the real raw all the fucking time. Now, like I said, I say all that to say it's just funny to me because whenever I get into it with somebody, or which isn't like all the time, it's most of the time it's just one damn person, but they always like to bring that up, and I just found that very funny because I'm like, where does this stem from? Like, what is, like, I really just sat and actually tried to think about like what it is that the problem was. Like, is it because my husband foreign? Like, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Like, because I be looking at him like, oh, I know what he could be doing. And he be working all the time. I know exactly what he could be doing, what could be going on. You know what I'm saying? But if nothing comes back to me, if and y'all know I likes to track down. I'm tracking, I'm looking, I'm in your window, I'm in your blinds. Like right now, I'm all up in my blinds looking outside. Child, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm very nosy. Okay. Have you met me? Hello, I'm Ming. I'm very, very nosy. So I'm all up in the business, like all the time. I'm not saying that something can like slide past me. It may. Some things may slide past me. And even with like when he was in the military, he used to travel, go to different cities and all that. But a lot of people have husbands, boyfriends who travel, go places, work all the time. That doesn't necessarily mean that man is cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women also feel like they feel like every man cheats. And I don't necessarily feel like every single man cheats. Do I feel like every man has the potential to cheat? Yes. Every woman has the potential to cheat. Even if you feel like, oh, no, I'm faithful, no, I'm loyal, oh, I wouldn't, like, no, every woman has the potential to cheat. Like, you just do. You have it in you to say yes or no. And majority of the time, maybe you say no, but you still have that within you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you have the potential to go out, if you don't, and you was just ugly, and people don't come up to you and buy you drinks and try to chit-chat with you and try to talk your panties off, I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe you don't have the potential to cheat. But for people, normally, they have the potential to cheat. You go to a bar, you go out with your friends, you know what I'm saying? The tab is paid for. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, you have the potential to cheat, but it's up to that person. It's up to, I feel like it's a lot of different things. It's up to like in your head, like how much you love your spouse, I feel like. And even if you love your spouse, I honestly feel like sometimes people love their spouse and they still make, you know what I'm saying, do what they does. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is everyone has that potential. Okay. But that doesn't mean that it has to happen. And people always see my husband and just decide like it just has to happen. What exactly do y'all think that he looking for? Like, I just don't understand. He knows that if anything like that was to happen, he would lose a lot more than that little pleasurable one night stand or night or couple nights or weekends or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows that there's a lot at hand that would change drastically for him in his life. You feel me? And sometimes it's just not worth it. As well as the fact that his wife is very much bisexual. Loves a woman. Okay. The heart of a woman. Loves the woman. And I feel like it would be very stupid, very dumb, not very demure at all for my husband to cheat. Like, what you doing? Like, bring the bit home. People hate when I say that, but like for real, like if you feel, and your soul, like you just have to have this, like like talk to me, like what? Like we are very like not open as an open relationship, but we are very like we will have conversations, like we will definitely have conversations, like what, like, and my husband just never been unhappy, like I just don't know what. And as long as I've had my husband, it be women in the comment section who have never had a man that long, who have never been able to keep a man that long. Like even the ones out there just be like on live, never. Ever. You ever see something where you be like, maybe on TikTok or something like that, in the comment section, be like, well, girl, I can't even listen to your advice because you're doing this, and that. Like they be talking about like hair care or something like that, and they're like flat iron their hair, their natural hair, like they're like really like, you know what I'm saying, putting real heat to it, heat steaming up off their hair, and they're like, yeah, so you shouldn't even, maybe the vitamins you should be using, and they over there fucking shit up in the comment section, like, how can I listen to your advice when you're doing this, and the third? That's how I be feeling half the time, because it's like you're projecting heavily. Maybe the man that you were with cheated on you all the time. Maybe you had women coming to you as a woman and telling you that they had your husband, but nobody in Houston has done that. You know, no matter where we are, we always moving, we always doing something. No matter where we go, I've never had that. And most of the time, people know who I am. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if they've been around my husband. My husband will show them. Like, I have people following me like all the time from him being like, oh, this is my wife. Oh, you do social media. Or, oh, you do this. Oh, well, this is my wife. This is my husband recommends me to bitches. Okay? He's not hiding that he's married at all. And a lot of people may say, well, there's bitches out there who don't give a fuck that he's married and will still be, you know what I'm saying, that side bitch in that hush-hush situation. And there is. And maybe that woman wouldn't come to you as a woman, which is true. But the thing is, as long as I've been with him, I've never had that issue at all. Like, ever. I be dramatic. I snaps. I you know what I'm saying? I see some shit, maybe I feel like you shouldn't be talking to somebody a certain way, or maybe I feel like you a little too friendly, or maybe I feel like this, and the third, but I be making situations like for real, because I will snap. Like I will just snap. That's just me. I will go the fuck off about anything. Okay? Anything in the moment. Especially like if I feel like I want, like, what? Oh no, like I'm very territorial. I am very much my husband, and I will flip the fuck out over the little shit. Like, I'd be like, are you for real? I'm like, no. Because listen, you smile a little bit too hard at that cashier. And when she said my pleasure, You said mine as well. What pleasure? What pleasure? Where's the pleasure? Are you being pleased? Do you come back to said cashier? You know when she works, what time she clocks out, and you're pleased with this bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But like I said, that's just me. Okay, sometimes you need to spice it up. Sometimes you need to shake the table a little bit. Okay, sometimes it may be a little boring. Sometimes you might need to just show a little ass from time to time, just so he know, like, I sees you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes people get complacent. Sometimes people get real, like, comfortable. And I'm never comfortable. Like, never. I just don't believe in being comfortable. Even with, like, social media, you know, making money and shit like that. Like, I just don't believe in being comfortable, because once you're comfortable, you're like, okay, like, this, I could do this where I'm at right here. Then there's no growth. You don't elevate at all. And that's even in a relationship. Once you get comfortable, then the motherfucker start playing with you. Okay? Like, that's a negative. You're going to always know what you have. You're going to always know, like, some shit, you know what I'm saying, transpire a bit like me. you don't want that nigga. You know, he didn't have a little taste, like I said. He didn't have a little taste. I will slide the fuck out. I will hit the highway. I will, you know what I'm saying? What? Oh, you did what? Oh, huh? Okay. Because I just don't do that. Like, I don't. One thing about it, I don't, like, you know, I don't even know, like, a example. I guess a woman who, like, consistently sees their husband cheating, like, all the time, over and over and over and over again, and they just keep he keeps saying, oh, I'm sorry, babe, I will never do it again. Oh, you know, whatever. And then you just keep taking it back. And sometimes they're not even married. Sometimes they don't even have no ties. Sometimes they don't have no kids. Sometimes they don't have nothing going on. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times women will say because of the children, because of their financial situations, because of a lot of different things. And one thing about men, I ain't had no problems making no mugga. You feel what I'm saying? That money, I can make that, and I can slide out and get me a little house. What I did, give me a little house. That had nothing to do with infidelity, but I sure did give me a little house. Cute little house. Who remembers my cute little house? Pink everything. What? And even now to this day, I'd be like, yeah, I left you. You don't know I left you. He'd be like, no, you didn't. Huh? He'd be making, you know how when people be like, wow, shit, that was 2 different times. But you know when people be like, oh, that's a storyline. Oh, da-da-da-da. That's my husband. My husband is very much delusional. Very much delusional. Like, when I say delusional, I mean it in the cutest way. But in the moments when he's being delusional, like when I really was like putting my foot down, it was like pissing me off. Like, why are you this delusional when I'm telling you that we not, like, you need to get your shit together. You need some time to yourself. And you're telling me, like, no, that's not what's going on. Huh? I remember ninja at my door. Like, what do you need, sir? What? I don't understand what's happening right now. What is going on? Moving in before I said you can move back in. Like, hold on, pause. Hold on, pause. Yes, Duty.
I want to eat.
You want to eat?
Yeah.
Girl, you just had a pancake on a stick. What do you mean you want to eat?
I want to eat.
Are they downstairs eating?
Yeah.
Then go get a snack, Milan.
Okay.
That was her way of asking, can she have a snack? I want to eat. Girl. They always want to eat as soon as they get in the house, and then they be trying to stretch it out and want to eat around like 4 something. And I'll be like, hold on, because I need to make dinner. 1 second. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to read some comments, and then we're going to get back into this tea. Play all the songs you play, and keep going. That's how it feels. Day one, girl. Future. You're like, what? Wait, what? Delete all the songs here, plans and keep one. That's how it feels. Day one, girl. Oh, he messy. So he's basically trying to say, like, you don't have no variety. Like, you can't even, like, enjoy yourself. Like, you don't have more. Like, there's more out there to life than one song. Like, imagine being stuck listening to one song. That's crazy. But Future is like the top tier top doggity dogs of all dogs in the world. Like he is like the leader of them all. Like they aspire to be Future, like out here. And there's niggas like that. And another thing is you gotta pick them, ladies. You have to pick them. I don't be understanding why women, to me, honestly, me just looking at situations, I feel like that's what you want. That's what you like. You want to cry in a Honda. You want to be upset. 1 second. What?
I want to say hi, but I thought it was too late.
You didn't took your clothes off and stuff. Here, come bring your head. Just slide your head in. She gave me her head. Say hi.
Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
You gotta slide in more. Girl, don't throw your body.
I
Okay.
can't. It's like hard because
There you
it's
go.
like
I was trying to hide this mess that Milan did behind me, but all right. What? Why are you being mean? Talking about you smell like a something. What's Milan? You smell like they be roasting each other. Like they taught her how to roast.
You smell like a piggy.
So she be like, you smell like
piggy.
feet.
You
Da. Anyways, can you close my door a little bit?
Yeah.
Close my door a little bit. Because now you're dancing and screaming. I can't. Thank you. Close it just a little bit. I'll be over here in like a couple more minutes. Close the door.
Okay,
Probably about 30 more minutes.
I don't remember.
Okay. Do your homework.
No!
Hey.
Stop!
Let her in. Just close the door. Why your face all scrunched up like that?
What?
Why is your face scrunched up? Stop. I didn't say close it all the way. Here.
That's right.
Okay. Listen, why are you still there?
You said that close.
Okay, just close it a little bit. Go on the line. But yeah, y'all, so I feel like a lot of women, like, you can't even feel sorry for them, right? Like, this is why I don't give advice when it comes to, like, relationships and not, like, overall, because I'll give advice on social media, but I mean, like, to personal women who, like, deal with this on a daily basis. Like, I'll stay out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's no point. Women will leave situations when they feel ready to leave situations. There's nothing nobody can do. You can say to your blue in the face, this is what you need to do, this is what you should do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't right, or he shouldn't be doing this, or you could talk to your blue in the face, okay? But a woman isn't going to leave a situation until she is all the way fed up. Girl, these damn clothes on the floor irritated me because I put them up and she snatched them down, and I'm tired. I'm just a tired mother. You feel me? So for me, it's like, be real. Shit. If you want to stay in a situation where a nigga is cheating on you, just say, I want to stay in a situation when a nigga is cheating on me. Like, girl, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't. I know I'm going through this shit, but either I'm hoping that things will get better, or I'm not ready to let go. Because it is hard. It's hard to let go, right? But it's like, I'm not ready to let go. I'm not ready to move on. Or I've just put so much energy. I've just put so much effort into this relationship that I don't want to let it go. I don't want to see him with no one else. It's another thing. That's the thing that men like to do. They like to put you on a shelf and sit you there. You might have a little dust. They're going to blow it off. Okay? Until they're ready to, like, mature and really be a one-woman man. Okay? And then when I say sit you there, I mean, like, be fully committed in a relationship with you, but really, for real, not fully committed to you outside. Okay? And that's a big-ass problem, because a lot of men have that mentality because, like Future said, they be out here trying to just taste different varieties and all that because they feel like they have one life. And if you have one life, like I said, we've been together since we were teens, and having one life for us would mean one for real, because we didn't have time to shop around. We didn't have time to go through all them different phases that a lot of people go through when they're adults, or when they're in their young adult ages, which is still kind of like teenish, but like going into that adult life. It's like, when you really are with somebody from the jump, from school age, a lot comes with that. So I be understanding, and I love to like have conversations with women who also have done that, because they feel the same way. Like the ones who stay is what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of high school sweethearts who do not last. Now, would I give, like, for my children, would I want them to have a high school sweetheart? No, I wouldn't. And again, not because my husband just cheating on me down all the time, bitches everywhere, in his phone, catching him late. Like, no, nothing like that. It's just because I feel like at the age that you are, when you're in high school, you have so much growing to do. You just have so much that changes. And some people, Mariah, actually, Milan, come here. Come get these wipes. Come here. Get these wipes right here. Right there. Look, under my bonnet. Yeah, go take that to London. She's bringing you some. Oh my god. Okay, close my door a little bit. Thank you. I won't be crying. I'm stacking my cheese like my rainy day money. Exactly. And then there's a lot of women who get tricked into these relationships, especially with military men. Let me tell y'all something about military men. Okay, I'm sure y'all have heard. We like to joke a lot about military spouses, because the military men be the worst type of men. Okay, the worst type of men. Because one thing about it, they can hide things a lot better, because like I said, they travel, they do things, they go and do, you know what I'm saying? They may leave for a year, they may leave for 6 months, they may, whatever, may have a whole nother life, down the line or whatever, right? But another thing is, military women that are like in the military who are married, when they go overseas, it just don't count. Okay, there is women out there who are married who will have a little boo thing who's also married. They make sure they're married, though. They make sure both, not to each other. They make sure both of them are married, because why? You can't blow up nobody's spot. If I'm married and you're married and we dealing, girl, this is what I told y'all when the kids get here. It's just be like, what? Hold on. Yeah, so they'll basically be like, if you're married, I'm married, and we dealing with each other, then our spouses won't know because we're both married. Hold on, let me close this, because this glare is irritating me. Oh, let me be too dark though. It's not that bad. We'll do that. Which I don't like, because y'all know I like to see outside. Hold on. Okay, I had to open one blind. Yeah, so basically that's an arrangement that a lot of married military folk will do, because it's better for them, like when you think of like getting caught or things like that. And also in the military, if you're caught and you're married, like that could be your career. A lot of things can happen, but most of the time, especially if you're a man, your higher ups will they'll cover that shit up. Okay, they'll literally cover that shit up. Now, when you're young, okay, and you're married, a lot of those relationships just don't last. And that's why I would tell my daughters and things, when they get older, if they're in relationships and like they want to be in like serious long-term relationships, I'll let them know that when they're younger, excuse me, a lot of it doesn't last. And majority of the time, it's because of infidelity, or it's just because that person just hasn't matured enough to want to be in a serious relationship, because there's so much out there. But one thing about it, men will regret a lot of the things that they do when they're younger, because once they get older, when they're like 40 and they're alone, and you see all these men out here and you're like, what the hell wrong with them? Like, why is they like 40, 50 and they're alone, or they went through a divorce or whatever? Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's because of all the shit that they did when they was younger, and now they're older and they're ready to settle down and be serious. And then most of the time they be trying to be with like younger women who are also not always super serious, and they may think they are, but then once they get into that relationship and realize like, what, this one thing for the rest of my life, just one, just like how the men be thinking, like, this is just one, just that's it, that's all, this my plate. This my plate, because I like to go back for seconds and thirds, and this is what you said. I can only eat this for the rest of my life. Like, I can't have no other varieties of food, snacks. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So, like, with that being said, please don't project y'all shit onto me, because I know it's all about it. I've had friends in so many different like situations. I've had military friends. I've had older military friends, younger military. Like, I've had military friends when I was in the military. Girl, I feel like I was in the military. We was in the military. I've had older couples who were our friends and things, kind of mentored us a little bit because of us being younger and things like that. And I just seen a lot, okay? And so I learned a lot. And then I also learned a lot because of us growing and maturing. And I also realized as I grew what I wanted out of life. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Girl, I had to get some shit straight. People be confused and lost in here. Like, they just don't respect the damn thing I say. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, like, girl, I just be wondering, and I'll be having questions and shit, because I'm like, I feel like I've been through enough that, like, I just don't get where that all be coming from. Like, I'm a very open book, and like I said, even the times where I have left, it's never been nothing that I have physically seen. You know what I'm saying? It just be things where I'm like, I will not stand for that, and I don't have no problem putting my motherfucking foot down at all. I don't have no problem being a strong Black woman, a strong Philly girl. You know what I'm saying? And letting them know. A nigga from Ohio at that, sir. sit the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go on out here and see what the fuck you got, what's out here, and it's never enough. It's never enough, okay? Outside will never look as pretty as all of this. You feel what I'm saying? All of this, obviously, he be missing it. As soon as I leave, he be like, wait, hold up. That's one thing my husband is not ever going to be okay with. You feel what I'm saying? He be like, girl, like one thing about it, we're both Geminis. So he gonna let me like pack my shit and be dramatic. Like he gonna be like, no, whatever. But I'm obviously not. Like, don't even fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Just see it. If I'm serious, I'm serious. Don't. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Okay. But then once it's like, okay, he be like, when do you want me to come home? Huh? What? I had pink everything. I think this is where this came from. I had pink everything. Me. Everything. Her room was pink. The living room was pink. I didn't finish my bedroom in time, but I had pink down. Did he care? No, he didn't. And then, like I was saying, I think I got sidetracked when I was trying to tell y'all that story. He, like I said, with the like storylines where people are like, oh, that's a storyline. Oh, da. That's what he say. Like to this day, I'd be like, yeah, you remember when I left you? He'd be like, when? What do you mean when he like that wasn't real? What are you talking about? I be feeling like I be talking to subscribers or like viewers who haven't lived a life with me. I be like, what do you mean that didn't happen? Like to this day, like I'm so serious. Like I am so serious. He will literally be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And that was two different times. Right? In our whole 14 years of marriage, it was two different times. Really, technically 3, but one of the times y'all didn't see it. Yeah. The very first time was when Mimi was like 5 months, and I had ended up going to Philly. Like we were in Virginia at the time, and I packed my whole car, and drove to Philly and stayed there for like I think a week and a half, and then he called me like, "Come the fuck home." And I'm like, I think I was in the middle of getting my hair done too. My cousin was doing my hair, and he was like, "Come home." I'm like, "Well, I'm getting my hair done." And he's like, "What you getting your hair done for? You need to come home. Like you doing too much. You do like, girl, what?" And at that point, we was like, I think when I had Mimi, I was like 22. So we was like 22. That was like the very first time. And then after that, when I had got a whole house on his ass. Oh yeah. He was so not. And I told him too what was funny. I told him, I was like, you can come over for dinner. Like we was cordial. Like you can come over for dinner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause obviously I have a child with you. Like, so you can come and you know what I'm saying? But until you get your shit together, cause one thing he will always say, like, if you really wanted to leave me, why you don't leave the state? But I'm not going to leave the state if we have children together. I'm going to try my best to be able to be in a convenient radius so that you can see your children. What, duder? Girl, then go get water, honey. Here. I don't even understand how you need water because you had Cheeto Puffs all over my rug out there. So I'm quite confused as to how you're parched.
What?
Nothing.
I'm not even parched.
You're not parched?
What does that even mean?
Girl, thirsty. Where did you come from? You supposed to be doing your homework. She said, I'm not parched. Girl, all right. Okay. Are you done? You look parched because you've been drinking that water bottle for a minute there. Thank you. Look a little dehydrated, hun. Yeah. Yeah. So like even when I had moved and stuff, he was like, girl, bye. But that's one thing, like, I'm like, yeah, you ain't got to worry about me. Like, I won't even be a bitter baby mama. I won't be a bitter wife. Nothing like that. Like, I will live down the street from you and act like I don't even know you. You come get these kids, deal with these kids. We don't worry about, but he always going to worry about me. You always going to be my business. You always want to be at my door. Why are you at my door in the middle of the night? Huh? Why are you here? What's going on? What's happening? Like, are you done? No, I'm not. In my own house, in my pink house? No. In my little pink house, I'm not. Like, what? He don't take me seriously at all. Not even a little bit. So I've learned that, like, my little temper tantrums and things, number one, the times that I left was serious to the point where it needed to happen. Because I feel like if I did it, then he would be able to walk all over me. Like, you have to put your foot down. That's one thing you have to do. You have to put your foot down. Now, one thing is, when that happens, a lot of people will end up separating for real and getting a divorce because their husbands don't chase them, if that's the word. I don't want to be chased, but like, if you hear from me, if you really want us to work out, because that's why I would always tell him, like I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to us rekindling and figuring things out, but I need you to know I'm serious and I need the things that I want change to change. And it was never infidelity. Like, that's never been a thing for us. Like, it would be crazy to me for that. Like, for him to let that happen, that would be the craziest shit to me in my, like, what? Even for him, like, what? Are you slow? Like, bitch, is you cool? Is you cool? Like, what? That would be crazy to me. That would mean that you really just want to be in a relationship with that hoe. So that's what you need to go do. And leave me up out of it, okay? Because I can do that all by myself. All right? So just understand, for the peanut gallery out there, that when a woman, like a real woman, has been in a relationship with a man for a very, very long time, or a marriage for a very, very long time, they're not just staying for children. They're not just staying unhappy. They're not, because one thing about it, I'm never going to stay unhappy for my kids, because I can't raise my children unhappy. What? Your robe came off? Come here.
Yeah.
I can't raise them unhappy. Like, I have to be at peace and okay with my life. I'm not about to wake up, and I tell them this all the time, you're not about to snatch my good years. Wake up.
Wake up, it's sunny.
Wake up, it's sunny. You're not about to snatch my good years and have me sitting here looking wrinkled and rolled up and twisted and spit out and chewed up and all that. And then you going to be like, oh, I don't want to be with you. Huh? You want to be with God? Because that's what you're saying. At that point, if I'm grown and hold on, because this man just walked by my house and he looked over here. What you looking for? What is you coming over here for? Excuse me, sir. Who the fuck? What the fuck do you want? Do you got a clipboard? Oh, Jesus. See, when he looked over here, I knew he wanted something. Like, what the fuck do you want? Hold on. People irritate me. If you ain't come, if I didn't know you was coming, you're not coming. Like, hold on.
It's a guy.
Yes, it is. Can you close this door right here so I can talk to the dogs?
Yeah. Bye, guys. No.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you happen to be Miss Ping?
Miss P? No.
No, Ping? Jonathan Ping?
No.
Okay, I used to have his business back in 2013. I took care of the house. Nothing crazy. I take care of the ants and the spiders. If the house still kind of has warranty with us, and I'm just following up, if we can get everything done for you guys, like the ants and the spiders, the wasps, mice, rats, roaches, whatever it is, I'll take care of it all. My truck's in the area for tomorrow. I'm letting everything go for just $10. I come out once every 2 months for just $100. It's an inside and outside, attic and garage. I'll do all the rooms, baseboards. My best work is in the yard where I get rid of all the bugs because they're nesting in there. Front curb all the way to the back fence line. Are you gonna be here all day tomorrow?
Yeah, you can come back tomorrow. That's fine.
I won't be in the area tomorrow, but my truck will be getting all the services done. If I can put you guys on the schedule, what time would be best? Because I have a 2, 3, and a 4.
Let's try 4.
4? Okay. Sounds good. What's your last name?
Bell, Bell.
B-L or D-O?
Bell.
Okay, Bell. Phone number?
Um. Yeah. It's pest control guy. But yeah, like what were we talking about? I forgot. We started talking about bugs and ants and shit. I'm like, yes. Yes. Whatever. I don't know whatever else. Yeah, yep. And the wasp. Yeah. Yes. So I said, let me talk to my husband and I'll send him that information or he'll text him that whatever he just said, a little spiel. And yeah, because we spray, but we don't have anyone coming frequently to treat. You know, one thing though, Uriah used to be like, whenever, because it wasn't that cheap, because he said what, 100 a month. It wasn't that cheap, but there was this other, like when we lived at our other house, they would come around and do it. And he was like, because he said no to him one time, and he said he felt like because the bugs started getting crazy, he said he felt like they were like putting ants or putting like, I don't know how. Listen, that's my husband's logic. He said he felt like they was putting more, like it was like we seen more. It was like ants and shit was in the house, and like we didn't see before they came. Like all of a sudden now we just really, really we have like an infestation. We really need y'all. Like that's kind of strange. Anyway, girl, he had a clipboard. He was serious. He was serious. Okay. I think he might be just starting because he said his truck is over there. I think he probably don't have any employees or anything like that. Like he said like it was his business. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, hold on, let me read this. Uriah, like, don't play with him, says, girl, not at all. He don't have no problems following me. I don't have no problems following him if he act right. You can't leave a household acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. And let me give you another little slither of advice. Because a lot of my ops don't understand how to be a woman as well. Okay? Okay? Like, shit, hell, I feel like even my mother don't even understand half the shit that, like, our relationship dynamic, which is kind of strange. Let me put this right here for a second, because I've never even talked to nobody about this. Because I've been like, how you don't understand this? But it's like I be feeling like, is it me? Am I the drama? So whenever okay, so say my husband, like for instance, for this holiday season, we couldn't go anywhere because he was working, right? So I said that, like, I'm like, I can't, go to San Antonio. We can't drive down there or whatever because he's working. So we gonna stay home for the holidays or whatever, or y'all could come here, whatever. And like my mom will be like, why you can't pack the kids up and come for the holidays? You want me to leave my husband, and then like, so he don't have a holiday because he's working. What? She used to say that when he was in the military too. Like, if he can't come, anything to do with him not being able to come, she would be like, why you can't? Why do y'all connected at the hip? Why you can't leave him? Because I'm not going to. That's one thing I don't get that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even comfortable doing that. Like, I want my kids and this is our immediate family unit. Once I got married and had children, my family loved them to death. I put them into whatever I can put them in, place them in, you know what I'm saying? Whatever puzzle piece fit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said I can't go up there, but y'all can come down here. You can't, that's cool. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have an immediate family now. Like, this is my family unit now. So I serve them first. Like, and that's nothing to do with like my husband's wants, because he's never asked me to do that. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't know, am I crazy? Like, I be trying to like rethink that sometimes. Like, am I crazy? Because like she was asking me to drive to drive one holiday. I think it was Christmas. It was Christmas like some years ago. Not this Christmas. Like, it was Christmas years ago. And she was asking me to take, because the baby was like little. I think the baby was like not even 1 yet. She was asking me to drive with her to Philly. Like, because I haven't been home since Mimi was like 2. I don't even know if it was 2. So I haven't been home over probably about almost 10 years. Almost 10 years I haven't been home. So I haven't seen anyone who hasn't come here. Like, my aunt has come here. I've seen her. My grandma has come here. Y'all seen her come here. When I had the baby, she came to our house, stuff like that. But I hadn't seen her in like 6 years, maybe longer than that, 8 years before she came and visited me. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, it's like, I used to always go and visit. I used to always fly, and I used to always do that. When he was in the military, we stayed down there. When we had one child, London hasn't been in Philly. London's never been to Philly. Milan has never been to Philly. When we had one child, we would do all that. But at some point, it gets to be excessive. When you keep having to drive and fly out and do all this stuff, especially if it's around the holidays, the prices for that, it just becomes a bit much. Like, I'm going to need y'all to come down and visit me. If you can't visit me, I can visit you, honey. Okay? Like I said, this is my family unit right now. And not right now, but like in my household. And I have to focus on them. Like, I want their Christmas to be amazing. I want to do things with them. Like, I'm not, and because it costs an arm and a leg to go and travel and be with your other family, like your cousins and things like that. It costs a lot to go and take a whole family full to go do that. So my mom was like, why don't we go? Meaning, because she be fine leaving. Y'all just seen one Thanksgiving, I went down to San Antonio and cooked Thanksgiving dinner for everybody because she didn't left and went to Philly. I just don't do that. Mind you, my sisters, because she's going to her sisters and her mom, my sisters and my mom are here. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I moved to Texas. The whole reason of me moving to Texas was to be closer to my family so that I can travel like 3 hours or whatever. Really, we was in the same city at one point, but it was just too much for me, honey. It was I have to have a little distance between me and my mother. We just have to. I have to have a little distance between me and her because she's just, woo, child. Okay, she's a Sagittarius. The girl. Okay. And I've been dealing with that my whole life. So when as an adult, I can get a little distance in between there. Okay. So like that's what I did. I moved closer to my family to be close to my family. So you wanting to go to be with your family for whatever, it's like you have to go so far because Philly's so far from where we live now, whatever. So she had asked me to drive with her down there or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not leaving my other kids and my husband, because she was like, well, bring the other kids. No, I'm not leaving my husband. I'm not leaving my husband for the holidays. I've been through a whole year without him. I don't have a desire. I don't know, maybe if you, because I think she thought maybe as we got older, things would change, because she will always keep asking the same damn question. I keep giving her the same damn answer. Like, it's the same. It doesn't change. Like, I'm not getting like, oh, he's old news now. I'm going to go ahead and travel on up. It's never going to, it's 20, 30, 40 years in our relationship. I'm never going to want to just leave my husband for the holidays, really for anything, honestly. Anything we do, if I go see family, I want my whole family with me to go see my family. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe if it was my mom or something I hadn't seen in a long time and I needed to go up there, but like that's her and her mama. Like, that's not my mama, okay? Love my grandma to death, but I want to bring my whole family because y'all don't see me on a regular basis, and I want y'all to see my family unit. Like, us together, this is my family. Like, wherever I go, my family goes. Like, that's just that. Like, I don't know. I just don't do that. Like, they didn't went to Disney without us. We ain't never been to Disney. I have never in my life been to Disney. They went to Disney one Christmas, left us here. Like, so why are you worried about what the fuck me staying here by myself or me like not leaving without my husband? Like, I just won't do that. And she acts like I am crazy. Like she'd be like, "You just when your dad was in the military, I would leave and da 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 da." And I think she's just confused with the fact that she would leave and go see her mother. Like when Uriah was in the military, I would leave. I left him one Thanksgiving. Well, I left him because he pissed me off though. That was one. I didn't leave him, but I had left him one holiday because he pissed me off. It was Thanksgiving. He was doing too much. Y'all know the story. I'm not even gonna get too deep into it. He was doing too much. He was not himself. And Mimi was a baby, and I was like, I hadn't seen my mom and them for a very long time. At that point, I think it was a long time, about a year or so. So I was like, I'm just gonna go because they were in Florida and we were in Tennessee. And I was like, well, I'm leaving. I told him he could come with me, but he didn't want to come with me. So I said, I'm leaving. I'm gone. So that was the only time that he's ever stayed by himself for a holiday for Thanksgiving. And like I said, he wasn't himself. So he don't even remember it. Okay. And I couldn't sit with him and deal with that. Like, I just couldn't. And I didn't want my baby, even though she was too little to even remember or understand. I was like, my mental state, I need to be around family. So I went to go to my mother. I traveled to my mother and my sisters who were still in high school at the time. And I was there with them. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to traveling damn near 20 hours to Philly, like, no, ma'am. I will take a flight with all of my family when we're ready to plan a trip to go down there, or they can come down here and visit me. But I'm not like going out my way planning leaving my husband for that. Like, it's just not going to happen. Love them to death. Like I said, I love my family to death, but I'm just not going to do that. Nobody do that for me. Girl, what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But yeah, she act like I'm crazy. Like I'm just insane. Like I'm just like she can't even fathom it. Like, what? Why don't you ever even coming down there, she want me to get in the car and drive to San Antonio. And she don't quite understand because of the fact that I work a different way that people than the average normal person works. Like I work from my phone, I work on the computer, I work on social media. So people don't see my work as work. Like they don't understand. Like when I be like, I have to work, like that means I have to stay focused. I need to be in my own space because I already have to deal with my children. When I come to your house, you want me to deal with my children 24/7. You want me to like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be on my computer, I'll be doing something, or I'll be on my phone. You want my undivided attention. Like, it's just not, I can't do that all the time. Like she feels like in the summertime, like I should just be up there all the time, just sitting. Like, no, I need my own space. I need to focus. Unless you're trying to take the kids, you don't want the kids all summer. Hell, you don't even want the kids for over a week. Like, so girl, I ain't got time. You ain't got time. I ain't got time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I be putting people where they put me. Like, let me just let me just be in my own little bubble. Let me deal with what I've created in my life, my household, and let me get to my bag. Like, I cannot do that around people who don't understand what I do, people who don't see the seriousness in what I do, people who don't support what I like, supportive, not support as in like do not support, like I don't support this, but like you're just not, it's not like, like I don't know how to explain it. So like for me, I have to be shut off, focused. Hell, even with my friends, like I'll go out and do shit, but majority of the time I need to be focused. Like I need to be focused. And a lot of people don't understand that at all. Like not even a little bit. Like they just don't get it. Like if you're not helping, you need to help the cause so that I can get to this bag, or I got to just get to this bag. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I got to figure out a way. We got to get this money by tomorrow. Okay. Excuse me. My mom is too. That's that military life. We always the ones traveling to see everybody, right? Like I just can't. And so, but ever since he's gotten out, and we moved to his family first. We went to Cincinnati, and I hated it because like I hate Cincinnati, because there's a lot about Cincinnati that I like, and I like Cincinnati isn't known for their food, but I like the food in Cincinnati because you can only get it in Cincinnati, like the coney dogs and like all that, like you can only get that taste there. So like when we go home, we get what we get, like that we can't get nowhere else. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't live there. I don't know about now. They say it's getting a little better, but when I was out there and I was looking for houses, y'all know the type of houses I like. Y'all know what I like. You feel what I'm saying? It was too many white refrigerators. It was too much wood. Wood for woodchuck chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck wood in Cincinnati, it would chuck it. Okay. Because I think she's being funny now. I really do. Here. Yeah, I believe you're being funny. I'm not. I believe so. Because she just came in here and did all that for no reason. Yeah, wood everywhere. Like, it's just not my aesthetic. And then once they start getting to the aesthetic, Milan, can you come close this door? Come close this door. Close the door. What? What happened to you? You hurt your foot, your leg? Are you okay? On your knees? Yeah. Are your knees okay? Yeah. All right, close the door. Designer, hush! Okay, I'll help you once I get off of here. Yeah. So that once they started to realize like the aesthetic that people were looking for, once they start to get it together. London is doing her homework. Leave London alone. Hey, listen, Linda. Leave London alone. London, are you opening that door? Are you touching the door right now? Explain to me how you're touching the door, closing the door, touching the door, and walking around. You're in front of my door. You're doing all of that when you're supposed to be doing your homework. Explain that to me. But you keep touching, walking, touching, breathing, crying. Like, what are you doing? Sit down, focus on your homework. When I get off of here, then I will come and see what you're talking about. But you have to do it. I'm not doing it for you. I know you don't do that at school. I know you don't. Because your teacher, you done got the outstanding award just a minute ago. Yes, what's it called? Friday. You done brought home the outstanding award. I know you're not at school throwing a fit because you don't understand something. So I need you to calm your body down. Milan, don't go in that room again. Who are you talking to? She's touching my door, so how are you talking to her? Girl, just flustered and want to try to take it out on everybody else. Like, if you don't calm yourself down, she be at home smiling, and they both do that. They be teachers' pet, just come home for me, and I be trying to help and try to be like, oh, what's going on? Half the time I don't even know what the hell going on. Like, I don't even know how to do it. But I be trying to help, and they want to cry and be flustered with me. Like, no, give me the same energy you give your teacher at school. The hell? Anyway. Oh my God, this one right here. Y'all seen the difference, right? From when they came home, how the baby started acting. Y'all seen the difference, right? Look at her face. Hold on. Come here. Keep that face. Why? Just why? If I hear your door and see your body one more time. London, you're not doing homework when you're closing and opening doors. You touched that door about 5 times in the last 5 minutes. No. Ciao. Yeah, I'm about to go because she gonna get it in 5 seconds. She gonna get it in 5 seconds. Like, how you, like, what? She keep opening and closing the door, and then she's trying to see if Milan is at the door so she can scream at Milan because she's doing her homework, because that's the only reason why you, like, logical reason why you would be able to say, don't come in here, I'm doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Because she loves to do that. When she's doing her makeup in her room, y'all know I got her vanity, girl, be stuck in her room doing makeup. But when she's doing makeup in her room, when she's doing anything, she goes in her room, she likes to scream at Milan and tell her she can't go in there. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Military life put so much strain on relationships. My marriage got so much better when my husband got out, and even better when I got out so much. And I said, girl, yes, especially if y'all were dual military. I feel for you, sis. We were just talking about this at the beginning of this live, that when military men like go overseas, or like really just overseas, really when it's, I mean, there's probably men out there to do it all the time, but I'm talking about the ones that go overseas, and the ones that hold on, let me close the door. The ones that travel a lot, they'll have like these like basically relationships with married women, and they're married, and it's like, we're married, I'm not to each other, but we're married, I'm married, you're married, and so like our spouses won't find out, we won't have no issues with someone trying to come to a spouse or whatever, because it'll blow up your spot, you know what I'm saying? Like they be trying to seek out that type of relationship, because then that's the smart way to cheat, right? So a lot of military like marriages have that, like if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat with like another married person, which is even more chaotic, because if one person finds out, they're going straight to that other spouse. I done seen that. I done seen one spouse find out and go straight to that other spouse and tell that other spouse, and now both of y'all marriages is done. What? What? You want water?
Yeah. My hands.
But yeah, the military doesn't help. And then they deal with so much infidelity that they really don't care. Like the higher ups and things, like people think, oh, I'm going to go to your first shirt, or I'm going to go to your commander. I'm going to, whatever, close the door. I'm going to get you in trouble and Half the time they really don't care, because that's something that they always deal with. That and domestic violence. That's something that they always deal with. I didn't see them cover up domestic violence. Like, I mean, police was called and everything. I didn't see them cover that up. I've seen so much being in the military at a young age. Hell, I feel like at any age, because they was all plethora of ages doing this fuck shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, I feel like this happens in any, probably maybe any career, but in the military, it's like, I don't know, it's just normal. Like, that's what they do. So I've always been blessed with my spouse that I just didn't have to deal with half the shit that I would see. You feel what I'm saying? But one thing about it, people don't take your union serious. Like in the military, they damn sure don't take it serious. Like the older military folk, oh no, like what? When you first marry 18 in the military, they like, like they not, girl, they not looking at it like it's going to be a long time. Okay, it might be a fun time, but it ain't going to be a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody going to do something to fuck it up, even if they have it embedded in the military men's mind that when they go to war, go wherever. Like my husband went to war, so when they go to war, when they're in the hell, when they're in basic, when they're in training, they have songs about it. Jody's at home fucking your wife. That's what they call him, a Jody. That's a nigga at home fucking your wife while you're out here like laying your life on the line. Okay? They have it like they be fucking these people up in the mind. And I feel like a lot of that is what steers them to go and cheat and do whatever, because in their minds, you already doing whatever you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And there are women who are, of course, there's women who get caught. There's women, husbands who will come home from duty stations and try to surprise their wives, and their wives have a whole nother man in the bedroom. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's happened. But they make it like it's just normal and it's okay. You feel what I'm saying? And so when you have two different people who just ain't, we just been so locked in since we was kids that we just not on that shit. Like we're not. And if you are overseas and away from me and I can't put two and two together and I can't like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that you did anything, or I can't like talk to nobody about whatever, then there's nothing I can do about that. You feel me? Like there's nothing I'm not about to wear my body down and my mind down chasing no nigga about an imaginary bitch. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? It's not gonna happen. The only time you're gonna hear me talk about some shit is if I have some evidence. Okay? And I need to Exhibit A. Like, you know, like that's the only time you're gonna hear it from me. If I have a bitch on the call, like, hold on, what? Hold on. What was that? Okay, hold on. Huh? Like, I can't, outside of that, I can't do it. So people be like, your husband, girl, where is she at? Because I would love to have a conversation. I would love it. Like when I say I have been waiting for the day. I have been waiting. I dream about it. I think about what I would say, how I would say it, what I would do. Like, girl, what? Please make my day. Like when we were in Cincinnati, I seen your husband driving, because he would always be in that damn Camaro. So I seen your husband driving and well, did you talk to him? Huh? Do you have what's his number? What type of conversation did y'all have? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Where's the proof? When you see him take a picture, say smile for the frame, Ricky Bobby. Girl, I mean, do your big one, boo. Go over there like, hey, act like you don't know him. Do something. Let a bitch know. If you trying to help a bitch out, go to work. But you talking about I seen him. What, who, where, when, why, what is going on? Like what? I'm not. I don't know if they think like a motherfucker is naive or like whatever. Like I said, don't put nothing past nobody. But I'm gonna need the proof. I'm gonna need some evidence. I'm going to need something. You're going to have to give me something, okay? Not just a whole bunch of talking, because there's trolls that can make an account tomorrow and talk shit. Girl, anyone can say, as you can see, people be on live like, oh, your husband, you just stay, but you're unhappy, your husband cheats, and you're just there, and you just let it happen, and it's just, and I would never. Girl, what? Anybody can say that. Anybody can say that because they see a relationship that has been together, welded together, honey, stuck for so long. They just feel like, because in their situation, when they had a second of marriage, there was so many issues and so much going on that they just feel like that's every man, and it's just not. Like my husband is just not. It's not going. We're not going. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I'd be very nosy. I'd be looking. I'd be in this phone. I'd be everywhere. You know how you see that stuff on TikTok where they be like, they put the phone down or whatever, and then their wife come over and they'll be eating or something, and they'll be like, and then they're like, no, I just want your phone. And they're like, oh, you said you weren't hungry. I thought you was like, that's the type because he know, like, what? A phone? A tracker? Oh, I'm gonna track you, boo. I'm gonna say, where are you at and what's going on? I'm gonna call. Hello, you've been sitting here for a little too long. What's going on? What's happening? Huh? Like, and then when you go out, like, because he didn't went out. Hell, I didn't went out with friends who have men in their sections and things like that. I feel like you just have to know your spouse. Like, you just have to know your spouse. You have to trust them to a certain degree. And you just have to know that, like, God will let you know if anything is needed. If you, like, you just can't wear yourself down. Like, you just can't. Like I said, I'm going to be on top of it. I'm going to be top flight security. Okay? I'm on top of it. I'm everywhere you are, girl. I might even pop up. Yeah. Y'all remember when I popped up on him at the bar? Because I was like, you at a bar? Girl, baby in the back seat. I had my friend in the car, like, watch her popped out. What? Oh, I felt stupid as hell. I did a whole vlog. I felt stupid as hell. I went in there like, huh? Are you playing pool? Oh, okay. I just wanted to say hi. That was it. I just wanted to see what she was doing. I was missing you or whatever. You know, I was making sure everything was straight. If it was good, you wasn't answering your phone. Okay, that's it. I just making sure you was alive. You know, staying just a little check, little welfare check. That was all. Okay, I be on it. I'm so serious. I will drive an hour. I don't care because you say everything's an hour. I will drive an hour. You're not answering your phone. You somewhere for too long, honey. I will pop the fuck up. Okay. But what I'm saying is, like, with that being said, and my husband knowing how crazy I am, he's just not gonna put me in that situation because he already knows how we both of us, because he does the same thing. He'll pop the fuck up. We know how we get down. Okay. So I hate to hear that. Like, I just be like, girl, you just don't even know the half of it. First of all, you don't know how to keep a nigga, okay? And don't know the half of it. Don't know the half of it. Because people be so that it's normal for them to hop from relationship to relationship. You know what I'm saying? That they just have no idea and understanding that when you learn a whole person, it's very easy. It's very easy to know exactly what the fuck going on. And also to know, like I said, God will put it out there. If something's not for you, trust me, you'll know it's not for you. You'll definitely know it's not for you. And I just feel like I was definitely blessed because, especially the way that it went about, like, being so young and in high school, I didn't know nothing about picking no man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would talk to him and he would talk a good game, which men do, talk a good game, you know, tell you their goals in life and all this stuff, whatever. And he could have been still not that type of person. Like, my husband pays all the bills up in here. Everything. From the top to the bottom. Okay? And does he have to? No. But he does. Okay? But he does. And the chorus too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just that. Like, and it could have been different. It definitely could have been different. And I had no idea. I just lucked up. I really honestly feel like I fell in love with the right one. Because I could have easily been like anybody else out there. You know, I don't feel like I would be reckless with it because it's just not the type of person I am. I always, and even letting him know, from the beginning, I told him I want to be married. Like, I was so serious. And I was, like I said, 16. I already knew what I wanted out of life. I want to be married. I want to have children with my spouse. I want to be married first, children. Then I want us to raise our children, and I just want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of is also a plus, but I just want to be happy. Like, I want to do the family part, like that's always what the goal was, like top tier. And I think that's why it's easy in life to just kind of like, and life just been going by so freaking fast because it's like all we do is family stuff, like we really do, like, and that's just, you have to get somebody who meshes well with that, because some men are happy, dating you for a decade or so or whatever, having kids by anybody or whatever, like they don't care. They don't care. Okay, they don't care. They may be in a relationship with you and be home with you, and it look like, oh, he's a family man or whatever, and then you really don't know that he's really not, and he's out in these streets, like I said, making other broken homes, being with other women. You have your kids have other siblings out there. Like that's like my worst fear. Like that would have been my worst fear. Like what? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like I want my kids, and my husband's also the same way. And I also, like I said, I picked the right one because he is the type of person that he was in the foster care system. He was separated from his family. He wasn't able to like grow up with his siblings. Some of his siblings, like he was here, they was there, this is that. Some of them were grown. It's like, like, and also like being in the foster care system, some were taken away, things like that. So it was hard for him as a child, and he knew that from that standpoint. Number one, he matured a lot, very like quick. Like he was more mature than me when I was 16. He was telling me things that I was like, oh, when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, like he low key molded me a little bit and made me a better woman, because I was like I didn't know a lot of things. I was very naive with a lot of stuff because of my upbringing, and like I didn't see life like he saw life. So because he's seen it how he's seen it, why you had to bust in my door like that? What? Girl. Because he seen life the way that he seen life, he grew up very, very fast and was able to mature a lot sooner than most. And I think that also kind of helped him, which is horrible because his life, I feel so bad for him. Like I hug him now, but I want to hug him as a child, like little, like I want to hug little him, like baby him, like 2-year-old him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be looking at my kids at their age and stuff like that, and I just be like, it's just, I feel so bad for him. So that's another reason why a lot of people be like, why did you stay with him through a lot of the things that we did deal with? And it's because I actually love my husband. Like, and I actually know what my husband went through as a child and also as an adult. And I actually wanted to help my husband. I actually pushed him to be better and be who I know that he is, because nobody else would understand that. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I just, like, even my mom was like, if her husband had went through the stuff that my husband did, that she would leave immediately. That's what she told me. And I'm like, so you don't love him? And then she's like, well, I do, but I just like when someone, because my mom also went through life kind of like that, where she's seen people struggle with like addictions and things like that. So to her, it's like, that's it. There's no coming back. Like you just, like people be like, once the addict, always the addict. That's how my mom sees it. Like, girl, can you get off my box and go on? Can you get down?
No.
Yes, you can. Go play. Go. Bye-bye. Go. So that's how she sees it, because we have a cousin who's like that even to this day, and she like he just stole all my Christmas presents, like all types of things when I was little. And she's like, you just basically with family, you just have to wash your hands of that. But I'm like, you don't, having a cousin like that and having a husband dealing with things. How do you even say it twice? Like, it's two totally different things, especially if you know what they've been through and the reason behind a lot of it, because sometimes it's hereditary, honestly. And it's like you can work through certain things if they want that. And I seen that my husband wanted that. You know what I'm saying? I seen that he didn't want that life. We'd always talked about it before anything even happened with him. We always used to talk about the life that he wanted, and I knew that that's not what he wanted. And sometimes you just fall victim. Also, being in the military and being prescribed certain things, it's like it wasn't even his fault. It wasn't like he was out here looking and searching and out here partying, and you know what I'm saying? It was the way it happened. Those are my reasons, because I knew what was going on. So people looking in at it would just be like, oh, well, that's, whatever. But it's like, you can't have your opinion because you don't know what I know. You don't live the life that I live. And I was right. Hello. Okay. I was right. Like, everything. We're blessed. We're highly favored. We're covered. Like, everything is amazing in my life right now. Like, I was right. I'm sorry. I seen the potential from the beginning to the end. My bad. Like, people go through ups and downs and things. Like, when you're married, they stay through sickness and through health. Like, girl, you can't just run because you feel like it's hard right now. Like, it's gonna be hard. You wouldn't want your husband to run because he feels like it's hard. That's a weakness. Like, what? That means that you don't love me. That's what it means. And people be like, oh no, I love you. I just can't. No. If you're not willing to really fight it out with me until you can't no more, because for me it was like, if it starts affecting my child, like, so if you were willing to try, then I don't know what type of human being you are. Like, I really just don't. Because what's the point? That means that you're married. You're married for all the wrong reasons. You don't love your spouse. You just want the easy route in life. And that's why a lot of people leave. And that's why a lot of people don't last, because they just don't have it in them. The loyalty there it's just not there at all. Like, it's just not. Unless, like I said, unless it starts affecting certain things and aspects in your life and it's for your health and your mental, then that's totally different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when people just skate out from the very beginning as soon as it gets hard. And for me, that's God's way of getting rid of the people in your life that don't need to be in your life. Honestly, it shows the true colors of people. Like, there's people out there whose spouse has, got cancer or something, and it's just become too much for them, and they just end up separating or whatever the case may be. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. Things get crazy out here, okay, in married life. You have to really be willing to fight and really be willing to get dirty. It's not all going to be peaches and cream at the end of the day. No, you found this. We're not doing that. That's clay. We're not doing that right now. But that's it, y'all. That's all I had to say, honey. I just wanted to chit chat with y'all for a little bit. Been on here for an hour and a half. That's good. Love y'all. I told y'all I was going to be doing lives more. I promise. I was serious. Hopefully, y'all seen the vlog that I posted last night. If not, go check out the vlog. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to keep doing these 1 hour vlogs, though. I don't know yet, because I really want to post more. But I'm thinking, or maybe I could figure out some ways to post in between. I don't know yet. But I do want to post more. But I mean, like I said, I could do lives in between my vlogs. And that would kind of be me posting more. But I don't want to just do lives, So nice to hear how you speak about him. Oh, thank you. I love my husband. I love him down. I love his dirty drawers. I love everything about him. Like, the type of man that he is. And he be here for my children when there's men like my biological father that just leave their kids, sign the rights off to their children, and don't be in their lives. Like, he is a stand-up man to me. No matter what. Ups, downs, no matter which version of him I have in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? My husband has always, no matter what, even in the times of bad times for us, he has still always been there for my kids. Always. What did I just say to you? I said no, and you over here trying to open it. This is clay. We're not doing clay right now. No. But I said no. So anyway. Yeah, and I know like, you know how people be like, oh, the grass is green on the other side. Like, honestly, I just don't. I feel like I have everything I need in a man. Like, I just don't feel like I don't feel like there's anything better than what I have. Like, of course, there's traits and things where it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my husband's not perfect. I'm not saying he's perfect by any means. And there are men who may have those other traits um, that may make them a little bit more perfect, but then they'll also have something else that's not okay, or something that he does that they wouldn't necessarily do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you have to think about it from all aspects. Like, I honestly, overall, looking at my husband, like his morals, values, and family life, and like everything that he has molded himself into be from scratch, because this was not his lifestyle and life that he lived growing up. He's seen the life that he lived growing up and realized that he wanted better for his children. And I commend him and I love him so much for that. Like, that makes him so sexy to me. Like, that, like, ooh, like, I just want to grab him in his face. Like, I want to smash his cheeks. Like, what? Like, I just love that. Like, I be looking at him like that's just one thing I just love so much. And I'm just, like I said, it's luck. When I say pure luck, because I could have fell in love with anyone. I feel like at the age that I was, you know, like, it's like, yeah, I said I want to get married, and yeah, I was like looking for a spouse, but I didn't know I was gonna find one in high school. But I'm saying, like, when I was dating, I wasn't trying to be like, I'm just out here, like, you know, I'm outside. Like, I was never trying to be like that, because I didn't like boys. Like, boys used to irritate the fuck out of me. I think that's one thing that kind of attracted me to him, because he was just different than the average normal boys that were around. Like, because I didn't date nobody at my high school. Like, when I was a freshman, when I first came like into my school, I think I dated like 2 guys, but I was a virgin, so I didn't like mingle like that. And so I think that kind of like rubbed guys the wrong way, which I don't give a fuck. Like, but is you cool? Is you cool? Okay. Didn't care back then, don't care now. You know what I'm saying? And so like it wouldn't be like they would irk me. Let's just say that. Like, I would be in, and it would be high school relationships. It wouldn't be like I seen them outside of school. I think I seen one of my boyfriends outside of school, whatever, and he would come over and sit on my porch or whatever. And then my mom would like talk to him and stuff. But one time it was hilarious. This one time was funny, because my mom used to like, and at the time I didn't realize how young my mom was. My mom had me my mom was pregnant with me at 18, had me at 19. So I didn't realize how young she was. In my head, she was old back then when I was a teenager. I didn't quite understand the age gap between me and my mom. Even now, like, I realize, like, that's why sometimes we just don't, I can't really be too close to her in living proximity, because my mom isn't that much older than me. You know what I'm saying? So when I was a teenager, she was like in her 30s. Like, now, like, I think when I was like 16, she was probably like 35. So I'm 33. So she was like a couple years older than me now. So I can even imagine having like a 16-year-old, like right now, you know, like, so yeah, so she was already like right now, I remember being a teen and things like that. Like, if I had a teenager, I'd be outside like, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she was doing all that, and I didn't even realize, like I just thought she was old. So he was on the steps, and mom said something like, yeah, you better be scared of me, or something like funny, right? Being funny. And he was brushing his hair, and he was like, yeah, I'm so scared. The bristles on my brush is falling off. Because they was like, he was brushing his hair and bristles was falling. That was one thing I can remember that was just hilarious to me. Because I was like, what? Like, boys was just so stupid and dumb. Like, boys was just so dumb back then. Like, I was like, what did you say to my mother? Like, sir, Yeah, like I just did not take them seriously. Like they just was like there, and I knew that they were just sniffing around trying to get some, especially these virgins. What? This virgin cookie, honey? They wanted a piece. So yeah, that's all that was. And I was like, no, no, sir. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So I would just kind of like look and kind of like watch guys and like how they moved and all that. And we were also new to the area, so I didn't really like grow up with them when I first moved there. When I was 14. So I was like, just learning them and trying to see like who's who and what's what. And they just didn't last for me. They were friends. We were friends. We was cool. Like after we broke up there, because it wasn't like the relationship wasn't ever serious. We never did anything. Like maybe a kiss, a peck, or something childish. So like I always was cool with the boys at school because like none of them could ever say they had me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was never like that serious with them. And so like when I had met him, because I was gone from school. So my freshman year I was there. I left my sophomore year and I was homeschooled because I got in trouble sneaking out and all that stuff. So I had done homeschooling for my sophomore year. My junior year I came back to school and that's when I met Uriah. And he was a sophomore. I was a junior, he was a sophomore. And when he got on the bus, he used to irritate me because he would just be like loud and like in the morning, like when on the bus in the morning where it's just like quiet and like everybody's tired. We just woke up, stuff like that. Like he would get on the bus like loud and like it's not more like it's morning time, go to sleep. Like he would just irritate me. Like I would be like, shut up. Like we used to get into it on the bus. Like I would be like, shut up. And he'd be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I'd be like, you would just get on my god. Like we would just go back and forth like brother and sister. That's how we fought at the very beginning when I first met him. Like I could not stand him. And then y'all, because when I first met him, he had braids, and his sister would never do his braids, so his braids would be all like Jim Jones. Like that's what he would give Jim Jones. Like, shut the fuck up and sit down and stop talking to me. Like that's what it would give. Like, and all of Jim Jones, because Jim Jones would be like just loud and just like in your face, like all of that, and I would be like, ugh. Stop talking to me. So I had went to Alaska. I used to live in Alaska before I moved to Ohio. So from 10 to 14, I lived in Alaska. And so we went back because we were still citizens of Alaska, which you get paid, you get a dividend, and you have to go back every year. So we would go back every year. And I went to Alaska one Christmas for Christmas break. And then we came back, and I think they had already started school. I think I was about a few days late. So everyone had already seen everybody and, whatever. But when I came back, I hadn't seen everybody in a minute. So I came back on the bus. This nigga had cut his hair, kind of like how he has hair right now, like curly top. He cut his hair, and I was like, who is that? He looked like a whole total different man, like, or boy. I was like, who is that? Like, okay. And I was obsessed with B5 at that time. Like, never had a heartbeat, not me, no way. What? I used to be singing it and coming down the steps. I fell down the steps on the bus one time, singing at the top of my lungs. I've never had a heartbreak, girl. Boo, 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 boo. Fell off the bus. But yeah, I was obsessed. Like I had posters. Like I was like, they are so cute. Oh my god, they are so cute. Like it was so funny because like I would have crushes like that. Like I was crushing on celebrity boys, not the boys at my school. Like boys in my school was like, what is this? Mediocre. This is mediocre. What is this giving? This is not giving the energy here. And it was cute. They just would talk. Y'all know teenage boys. They just would talk. And I just be like, because some of them look like B5 too, but it was like y'all just making my throat in my mouth. But yeah, so when I came back and he was giving that vibe, and then he tried to come with the like smooth like I remember when the day I came back when I realized what he was giving. Okay, I got on the bus and I'm looking for a seat because I was like the last one on the bus. I'm looking in the seat. and there was no seat, and he was at the back of the bus because y'all know you had to get if you was to who's you was in the back of the bus. So he at the back of the bus, and I'm like, oh God. So I go back here. I'm like, what's back here? Come back here, and he's sitting down, but he's sitting on a seat, like an empty seat, like he's by himself, right? But he's turned, his body is turned, like with his feet up on the seat, like where someone else could sit down. He's turned all the way. Like he's not turned straight like this. He's turned this way on the seat so that nobody can sit next to him, right? So that's when I first noticed that his hair was cut. And I'm like, fuck, and now I'm gonna have to sit next to this nigga. And he got his fucking, and this is shit I was talking about though. This is why he would get on my nerves, because you're doing this on purpose. You've seen everybody else sit down, everybody else has somewhere to sit. I don't have nowhere to sit. I'm walking around looking for somewhere to sit, and you got a seat and you got your feet up in the seat. Like, this is shit that would make me fight him. And if he still had them Jim Jones braids, we would have been in there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would have been in there really, especially because I was older too. I was a year older. Oh yeah, you was gonna respect me, sir. You was gonna respect me, little boy. Okay, what? So I get on there. I'm looking. First of all, I didn't even look at him yet. I looked at his legs because I already knew because he always sat in the back. So I knew this was gonna be, you know. So I get back there. I'm looking at his legs sitting on the seat. I look up, look at him like, okay, well. All right, I guess like, I guess. Like, okay. So I come in the back and I'm like, move your feet. And he's like, no. And I'm like, so I smack his feet off the thing. I smack his feet off the thing and sit down. And then he gonna put his feet on my lap while I'm sitting there. Mind you, any other time, I'm telling you, he would have got duked the fuck up in the back. We would be back there like fighting in the back. But because of that damn haircut, I was a little stuck. So when he put his feet on my lap, I just looked at him like, whatever, and let it be. Like, bitch, what? Bitch, what? Stand up. Like, stand up. What? So yeah, that's how that happened. And then when we came back, like that's basically the start of it. Like we started like basically like flirting and all of that, and then weeks and stuff went by and things. And then that following year, because this was like, yeah, this was the spring break. This was Christmas break, so that it was that following the beginning of the next year. And so going into that year, by like, I think we started dating by like, hell, the end of January. I believe it was the end of January. By like 2 weeks after that, we started dating. And it was funny because he tried to play hard to get. Like, he was like, oh, I'm talking to somebody. Like, basically, like, I'm in a talking stages, like, with you and somebody else, or whatever. So I don't know if I want a girlfriend, or like, I don't know what like, he's trying to give that at the beginning. And I was like, who are you talking to? And then he was like, he told me who he was talking to. So I was like, because I know her, and she's in the same grade as me, and we went to school. Like, I knew her longer than I know him. So when he told me, I was like, so I went up to her and I said, excuse me, are you talking to Uriah? She was like, no. I was like, that's all I need to know. Thank you, boo. I went back to him. I was like, you're a liar. You're trying to play hard again. Like, you were funny. You're funny. And that's why he was like, nah. Yeah, you're my boyfriend. Okay. All right, that's it. And that was, and honey, that was the beginning. And from there, you know, like, that was it. That was it, folks. That was it. Like, you're my boyfriend. Stop playing with me. Don't play with me. There's nobody else. You're making imaginary girls. And then to this day, that girl, she's a lesbian, like full-blown lesbian. Like, she don't like men at all. Like, stop playing with me. Please don't play with me. Like, you got options. Please don't play with me. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, from the beginning, honey, we just been stuck like Chuck, okay? and I know him like the palm of my hand, like from the back of my hand, from the front, from the top. Like I really like it's not no man you just met 5 years ago, and then da da da, and then he cheated and did it. Like it's not. We didn't been through the runner. We didn't been there, done that, been through shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so much. It's just so much. So when I say this, why me and my husband fight through anything, almost anything, honey. Like I said, I told y'all there's lines that he knows not to cross with me. But when I say like the hard stuff, it's always gonna be like that. And he knows that. And he knows what he gets with me, and I know what I get with him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm happy with the man that I chose to marry. If he was anything other than what he is, and if there was other signs of things, like, you know what I'm saying, there would be no fight. Honestly. Like there would literally be no fight. There would be no reason. And if I had left, like when I had left, and if there was no fight for me, like, oh no, I want to change, or oh no, I want to get better, there would have been no us. Like it's not just me. Like it's both of us. We're literally like, if not, if I didn't have him, then we, or if he, how do you explain that? If like there has to be two people fighting at the same time, if that makes sense, in a marriage for it to work as long as our marriage has been. You have to both want it. You have to both contribute. You have to both be trying. You feel what I'm saying? If you're fighting and he's fucking up, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh yeah, I'll bring your comments. Girl, that was me from Iraq checking that phone bill daily. I'm dead. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. You feel what I'm saying? It's nice to hear how you. Oh, I read that one already. Let me scroll down. I love that for you. Thank you. How do y'all make time for each other? No babysitter. Girl, this one right here. Look, I said I was gonna get off of here, but we gonna chit chat for a little second. This one right here. Like I told you on my last live, I had a babysitter, right? And like I had vetted her for a year or whatever. And once the year had, like literally a year, I was talking to this girl. Once I felt comfortable with her, then I started to hire her on, and everything was great. And then she had to go back because her grandma, or back to her where she was from, and move away from Houston because her grandma got sick. So we don't have no babysitter right now. We haven't had a babysitter for like a year. It's been like a year, I think. And so honestly, it's hard because we want to do date night like at least every weekend. And if we can't, we'll do it like we would do it like every other weekend or something like that, like twice a month, if not a little bit more than that. You know, like we want to do things like that, right? So what we do that works for us is like whenever my family comes into town. Now, when my sister who moved to Philly, she's coming back next month, I believe. She's moving back, but she's still gonna be like back and forth because her boyfriend, his career is in Philly now. So, and it's crazy because it's crazy that he graduated and she met him here. She met him. They went to Austin college, and or a college in Austin, and met there, and then they both like, she was in Cincinnati. She was in San Antonio, and like it was just all that, right? And his family lives in Houston, so they're basically Texas, and he's never left Texas. And then once he graduated and got his degree, he moved to Philly, which is where we're from. So it was like it kind of like worked out. Like it's so crazy how God works, like how all that just lines up like that. Because even if she has to like live there indefinitely, eventually one day, like we still can travel and do, it's normal to us because we're from there. Like I'll, even though I haven't been there in so long, this will make me have a reason to really be out there. Like now I'm gonna be out there. Like how my mom be like, I don't know why you don't da, 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 da. I'm not leaving my husband, but I'm gonna be out there with my sister. You know what I'm saying? I have somewhere to stay for real, for real. Like I can go out there and stay with her for a whole summer if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But so when she was living here, before they left, she would come down like every month, like at least once a month. Like she would always come down, and like she's heavy like in my kids' lives. Like she would always travel, always come out here. So we would always have like sister time and all that stuff. Like all my sisters would come with her from San Antonio. They would stay here for however long they can, right? And whenever they would do that, we'd always just take like one day or whatever, or they would, whenever they would like take the kids, like she would take them like to a movie or take them to go do slime stuff or whatever she would go do and take them, right? Even if they stayed here in the house, whatever it is, we would always make sure that we had time to go and have date night and stuff like that. So now that she's gone, they don't come down here as frequently, but she's about to be back because she's only been gone for like 6 months. So when she comes back, I'm sure they'll be down here a lot, like they always are. So we'll have that time, but that's still like only like once a month. So we were talking, and don't tell nobody. Was it only 100 people on here? Okay. Don't tell nobody. But we're thinking of moving back to San Antonio. And I know I just told y'all like I really need space between me and my mother, but I think 30 minutes is a good like I just can't, I'm not about to be in her neighborhood. Like that's just not gonna happen. So like if I'm like 30 minutes away, like I think that's good. And like in the city you could be like 30 minutes away from, you know, whatever. You don't have to see each other like every damn day, like overload. But it's just easier like being closer to family, and you know that can like babysit and like, you know. And then my sister, she's moving back to San Antonio like I said next month, and she's getting her first house out there. So it's going to be totally different than when I lived there. When I lived there, she actually wasn't living in San Antonio. She was in Austin in college, and then my other sisters were in high school. So when I moved to Houston, everybody kind of like, she graduated college, my other sister went to college, she's graduating, my littlest sister just turned 18, she's about to graduate high school. What? It's okay. And so come here, let me tie. You want to take it off, or you want to put your robe back on? Take it off. Okay. Are you hot? Yeah. All right. So it's like it's different now, and so her having her own house would be so different, because she like, yeah, the kids can come spend the night over here, like I'm gonna take them. You gonna forget you even have kids. That's what she told me. So you gonna forget you even have, if you move back to San Antonio, you gonna forget you even had kids. Like they gonna be all this shit. And I don't, like, you know, people be saying stuff and they be like, you be like, yo, okay, or it don't happen. Like, no, my sister's so serious. She loves my kids like they're her kids. Like she's so serious. So I think that if we move back, it would just be more beneficial for us, because we'd be able to do more things, probably travel more, because we'd be able to really, like, it's just easier to like drop the kids off. Milan, come here. Because right now we have to like drop them off, and Houston flights are cheaper than San Antonio. Okay, leave her alone. Don't go to that door again. The door is closed. She's doing her homework. Leave her alone. Girl. Yeah, so the flights in Houston are like cheaper. So it always would like not make sense to like drive to San Antonio, drop the kids off, drive back to Houston, take our flight, then come back to Houston, which is home where we live, and then have to drive to San Antonio and then get the kids and then drive back to Houston. And then my mom don't like to have my kids for long. Like, my mom's not one of them grandmas. You know how they be like old school grandmas? We're the old. We need some old school grandmas. Millennials don't get that. Like, why is that? Why is that? Millennials don't get that. Like, it's like y'all had help. We don't have no damn help. Like, what? Why? I don't understand that. But we made our own little village, like me and my sisters. So once they get like, you know what I'm saying, older, as they get older and stuff, and then they have kids, I'll take kids. Like, I don't mind taking kids. My kids will be older, so they'll probably be like, you know, paying, babysitting, and like, you know what I'm saying? We'll have our own little village, so it won't be like, I feel like I always get the bluntest shit because I'm the oldest. So these are the only grandkids. So it's like, oh. I thought she was walking on my driveway. I'm like, who is this? Yeah, so like I'm like at the beginning where it's like I gotta fend for myself, and now that my sister's getting older and stuff, it's like, you know, it's I'm seeing the silver lining. But at this point, I told her, I'm like, damn, my kid's damn near about to be old enough to where she gonna be able to stay home by herself. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm not gonna need nothing eventually. Like when she gets into her teens and stuff like that, like, and becomes more responsible, because child, I'll be questioning some things sometimes. I'll be like, you're gonna be, like I said, she'll be a teenager next year, honestly, be counting. Because her birthday's at the end of the year in October. So the end of this year she'll be 12. The end of next year she'll be 13. Like, I be concerned sometimes. But I also don't want my kids to grow up fast. Like, you know, like I'm happy with being concerned with maturity levels. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with not leaving you alone, not wanting you to be by yourself, because I want you to be a kid as long as you're a kid. And also, I'm not about to throw kids on her. No, you just had some and they was all over the floor. No, ma'am. Go. If you're going to cry, go ahead and cry. But go that way and cry. You're not having no Cheeto Puffs. You just tore the bag of Cheeto Puffs and then they was all on the ground, Mimi said. Don't go in that pantry again. Is there Cheeto Puffs still on the ground right there? Are there Cheetos right there? You ate them? Huh? No, you didn't. I just seen them over there. Well, why you put them on the rug then? Girl. Okay. Yeah, so we've been thinking of moving to San Antonio, moving back. Also, I can't even say, why did you bring this cup of juice upstairs? You don't listen very well, huh? And you don't even care. She was walking off like, girl, no. Girl, no, I don't. Girl, no. I don't. Child. I'm about to go, y'all. I'm about to go cook. I'm about to cook some fried chicken, some macaroni, some green beans. I'm about to go feed my children. But yeah, so if we move, it'll be at the end of this year. And I just feel like it just would be like, I don't know. I like Houston. Houston is fun. We moved here for networking reasons, like moving here and being around people who do what we do, which was cool, was fun while it lasted. We've been here. London she turned 2 when we got here. We moved here in 2020. So it's 5 years. We've been here 5 years. We moved here at the beginning of 2020, right before COVID. So yeah, January, 5 years. We've been here 5 years. And I'm over it, honestly. I'm really over it. Like, I don't really go out like that. It's just a lot. Houston is a lot. There's a lot going on. I think San Antonio, I gave it time to mature out there, because my problem was there wasn't a lot of Black people. There wasn't a lot of things for us to do. It was a lot of like Spanish and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of that. And like, I'm not going out and listening to that. I'm not going out and doing that. Like, I love y'all. I got some Spanish friends. Love you to death. But you know, you sound like, well, why do you feel like I got Black friends? I don't know that's how I feel like I got Spanish friends. It's just like, that's not my vibe. When they be wanting to do it, maybe like Cinco de Mayo, like, yeah, like, ooh, tequila, Corona, like, yeah, like, oh, like, sometimes. Maybe if I go to Mexico and I'm like, yeah, we out here, like, we outside, but like all the time, every day of my life, no, I couldn't do it. So I didn't like San Antonio. There were no influencers out there. If there were influencers out there, they were Spanish influencers, very Spanish, not like hood Spanish, and Black Spanish, like very, very, very Mexican. And so it just wasn't my vibe. And now, because I have a mom group out there, so I'm always like, I still keep in touch. And also I go back and forth because my family is there. So I visit, come back up here, go back and back, like, you know. So like now, they say, because my mom group is like Black women, so they say that there's a lot more to do and a lot more like has popped up and actually stayed, because back in the day, like 5 years ago, it would pop up and then it would just be gone. Like it would never like stick. Like we just never had nothing out there like for us to do for real. Like besides like the obvious, like we would go. You can only go to SeaWorld so much. You know what I'm saying? We would go to SeaWorld, we go to zoo, we go to aquarium, we would go do the stuff that's there for families. But like I also want to have a life too. Like I also want to have fun with my girls. I also want to have little cute little spots. And Houston has all of that. Like and it's people from all over. Like it's a whole like mix here, living here. Like it's not strange seeing Black people here. Like, so that's what I loved about Houston. But in San Antonio, they say that things have changed and they mixing on up over there. So I think it's time to slide back. And then also we can always come back and visit Houston. But it's like, yeah, I think it's time to slide back. We also want to buy a house. So, I think it's about time to elevate. You feel me? That part we have to both want it. Exactly. That's what I tell my girls when they ask how we're still married. Right. It's the work of both of you. Like you can't have a one-sided marriage. So when people be like, "Oh, you just stay, you're unhappy. Oh, you just stay for the kids," none of that lasts. Like that doesn't last. So if you believe that, you're stupid. Like you're stupid. But we all know people be stupid and don't be passing, you know what I'm saying? Don't be graduating and passing grades and shit. So they be a little slow. But I be having to explain sometimes just in case people hear certain things and don't know me and don't understand like my life and my lifestyle. Like yeah, you both have to work for a marriage to last as long as my marriage has lasted. Like there's no way around it. I could work all day long, but if I'm working by myself, then it's not going to work. If my husband sees me unhappy, he's going to figure out why I'm unhappy and try to fix that. Like that's just that. Hey y'all. Girl, we about to get up off of here in a minute. I gotta go cook. San Antonio is the same traffic and everything else, just like H-Town. Yo, H-Town's worse. Traffic in H-Town's worse though. It's worse. It's very worse, girl. It's like, it's just annoying. But I feel like the people, because we're just so close in proximity, like it's like 3 hours away. It's damn near the same, but just in a smaller form. Like Houston is just bigger. I think that's why it's worse, because it's bigger, but it's the same because we in the club, we all fit. We in the same area. You feel me? I miss when my boys used to bother me every few minutes. Now they forget I exist. Girl, I just be wanting to have like an hour to myself. Just a couple hours. Just a few. You know what I'm saying? Just some time. That's it. That's all. Like they think as soon as they get home, they just have to like be in my face 24. Like, no, you don't. You can go do something, and then we can go. We have time. We have time. Your bedtime is not till like 9:30. We got time. I gotta cook, and then while I'm cooking, I'm gonna be doing homework. That's just that. Also, you could look at homes in a better popular city next to San Antonio if y'all feel. Yes, no, honestly, that's what I've been looking at, to be quite honest, because I don't know if I want to be like, I don't think I want to be like in San Antonio. I think I want to be more. I was on that. So, but when we moved, we were by SeaWorld, so it was still outskirts. But I don't want to be on that side anymore. I think I want to be more on the other side, outskirts, kind of like closer to Houston, and like see what that's about over there. And then they have a lot of little cities that are like along the lines to Houston, like San Marcos, New Braunfels. There's a lot of cities like right there that are like thriving, and there's things that you could do there. And then you can also just go to the city in San Antonio. And since we've been here in Houston and everything's like an hour away, we're used to driving and things like that. It wouldn't be far-fetched to like buy a house on the outskirts of San Antonio and then drive, if we wanted to go into town or whatever. Yes, the Braunfels is nice. I've been looking at houses out there and they are very nice. and new developments. Very nice. I might just go to Dallas myself. I was thinking of that. I was thinking of buying a house in Dallas because he has family in Dallas. I have family in Dallas. And then he has more family than like his sister and his other nephew. Basically, his sister's whole family. She's trying to move, and her sons are older now, and they have wives and kids. And they're one of her sons are there. Her other son, he got out of the military and stuff, and now he's moving there. She's about to get out of the military and move there. So his family's gonna be in Dallas. So we were thinking of buying a house in Dallas, but for now, I think we may just like move to San Antonio, stay there for a little bit, see the vibes, and then see if we're gonna buy or if we're gonna buy in Dallas. So we're gonna figure it out, but we're on the line of buying a house and settling down. We're just trying to figure out like where and what, because in Dallas, my kids will be closer to their cousins that are their age. And in San Antonio, there's no, like I said, I'm the only one with kids in my side of the family. So they're the only grandkids, and they don't really have like cousins. We of course travel to Dallas and see everybody and all that stuff, but I kind of want them to kind of like grow up with kids around too. So I wouldn't mind living in Dallas. Because one part he was like, "Oh, we're moving to Cincinnati. Let's buy a house in Cincinnati." Oh no, I know they got cousins there and they love them. They miss them, especially Mimi. She'd be like, "I want my cousins." Like that's why we went down there for that one year for her birthday, because she requested it. Whatever they request for their birthday, experience wise or trip wise, vacation wise, that's what we do. So she requested to go back to Ohio. So we went back to Ohio for her to see her cousins. And yeah, so I think my baby's definitely, either way, whatever way we pick, Dallas and San Antonio as family in both of them, and I think they will thrive better in both sides, like both places, And there's pros and cons. Not really cons. Go.
When are you gonna get off?
When I get off. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Wait, can I eat my
A
Takis?
little bit.
What?
Just a little bit.
Okay. How much?
A little bit. I'm about to get off, so I'll let you know. Because she be going Taki crazy. That's why she was over there feeding like a damn crackhead at the door. Talking, I just want to tell you. I should have known it was Taki's. The way she looked. Y'all hear her? She was like, like, it don't be nothing. They don't want nothing. It don't be nothing. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's stressed for real. She's obviously done her homework. Like, what? You want Takis? Girl, I'm about to get off here. I can't do this no more. Oh my goodness. I have a cousin in Fresno. How's Fresno? I heard that was nice too. But same over there. So need to pay back $50. Yeah, like same, like outskirts. Yeah. I can't believe I caught one of your lives. Glad to see your beautiful family growing. I started watching you when y'all were the Bells Plus One. I'll make sure to catch more. Oh, thank you, Tim. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. All of you guys. I've recognized a lot of y'all, the names. And y'all have been here for a minute. And I appreciate y'all support so much. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, it gets me a little emotional because I'm like, y'all have seen me as, like, y'all just seen me, Like, I just been through things. And when you go through things and people have been there, it's like a different type of connection. Like, I love my new Belbays, of course. But y'all, like, it's just something about y'all, honey. Y'all made me want to tear up. Like, I just want to hug you. Oh, my God. Thank y'all for the support. I really appreciate it. I love y'all. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to talk to y'all later. We're going to be on these lives. And, yes, we're going to have a lot more lives. And I probably will go live more around these times. This is good times for me, like right before the kids come home from school. I'm trying to start going live before they even come in here. Like, once they come in here getting off, because they get on my damn nerves. Okay. All right. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But right around these times is when I want to go live. So catch me live, honey, so we can chit chat. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Make sure y'all check the vlog out from last night, from yesterday. And talk to you later. Bye.